He was born blind and deaf and dumb, and his tongue hanged out of his mouth. Lay on his chin. He had deformed lungs, deformed liver. No business to be alive. And she told me, she said, Brother Shambach, I preached the afternoon service. We called that the faith clinic to get him ready for the operating table tonight. Many of you need an operation tonight. And I've been praying about this. Let me go on just a little bit more about the story. But she came to me, and in my spirit I said, if God kept this boy alive 4 years, see his first birthday, and he's approaching 4. Both arms were deformed, matted together, elbows protruding up into the stomach, both legs deformed, the knees touching the elbows. He was in a fetal position, without feet. 26 major diseases. And that woman stayed for a week, like some of you are going to do here. Don't go home early. It was a day, and she came to me the following, I don't know, because God used him in a supernatural way where he sees things. And he'd always take you on a trip. Halfway through his message, he was stopped, and he says, God, ain't got but $20. And she said, I've got to take him back. Do you believe he's going to pray? And I said, I don't know, but I will tell you this one thing. If he does not pray for your child tonight, I will personally take that baby to the man of God's trailer house. We all lived in trailers. And I'll get him to lay hands on that boy before you go home. She said, you'll do that? I said, I'll do it. She went back to her seat. Do this, I'm going to take an offering. Doesn't that sound familiar? I hope you all obeyed God tonight when Pastor Parsley asked you to do something. Because that's what triggers many a miracle. It did in this case. And she said, all I have left is $20. And he come out and he said, I believe God's going to do great things tonight. But he said, before I preach, I want you to give God an offering of his giving God something you can't afford. If you can afford it, there's no faith connected to it. Never forget this. 3/4 of the way back, and she was the first one to the bucket and looked in the bucket because I'm nosy. I like a baby. And I cried out to God, and I said, oh, God, give me faith like I saw that woman manifest tonight. I don't know whether I could have done it. I don't know whether you could do it unless you're in a similar situation. I jumped back on the platform, and he started to preach. And all I have on my mind is that baby boy. Oh, I know it. It's a hospital. I'm on the inside now, and I hear a lot of babies crying. It's the maternity ward. He said a little baby was just born. And there's 4 or 5 doctors around the table. And I hear one of the doctors saying the baby won't live to see its first birthday. He said the baby was born with, this is Brother Allen talking, the baby was born with 12, 16, 20, 26 major diseases. And I come alive. I said, my God, tonight's that baby's night. He said the doctor packing a suitcase, another lady with her, give you 26 miracles. Nobody told me this story. I was there. I was an eyewitness to it. And she came and put that baby in his arms. Mama was standing over there at the end of the platform. He paced back all week. I'm going to be scriptural. I'm going to watch and pray. Darlene Bishop, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? I'm going to watch and pray. And I watched. And the first thing I saw, those blind eyes of milky color, whirlpools began to spin around. And all of a sudden, the whirlpool was gone. And I was looking into the eyes of a brown-eyed baby boy. The blind eyes open. I knew if God opened the eyes, I knew them deaf ears popped. And all of a sudden, the next thing, the arms began to snap and brought both of those legs out. Remember, the boy was born without. But here, all of a sudden, not what you need, what you want. What do you want? It's on the main line? Whoa! Hallelujah! You're going to leave here. Oh, you're going to leave here a different person tonight. This is your night to receive a miracle from God. Hallelujah! Miracle. Turn around that same person and say, I'm the one going to get the miracle tonight. That's what I'm here for. I'm believing God for myself. I'm going to claim this for my. Hallelujah! Never saw his mama. Never taught the tongue snapped back into his mouth for the first time. And he started taking off and running to mama. And I'm running right on this trail. And he leaped into his mama's arms, and I heard him say his first words, Dwight. He said, Mama! No hope. On that side were 15 of that little boy. Everybody in the wheelchairs, nobody laid hands on them, but all of them got up like a master sergeant, commanded them to rise up, and they come out of the wheelchairs totally healed by the power of the living